Alright, given that ABCD is a parallelogram and opposite sides, segment CD and segment AB have lengths of y plus 18 and 4y respectively, what is the value of y? Alright, so remembering information about parallelograms, if you haven't caught on to that, you could go to your key terms, look for a parallelogram. Quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides of parallelogram, or parallel, sorry. Here's the if you go to the very top one, sorry, that didn't really help because it doesn't talk about the sides. So if you go to concept A, theorems about parallelograms, it says opposite sides of parallelogram are parallel and congruent. So on this, congruent again means they have the same length. And so we have opposite sides, segment CD and AB. They are parallel and congruent. That means they have the same length. That means that y plus 18 has to equal 4y. And I'm going to copy it and go to our symbol lab, which again, this calculator is listed underneath the announcements tab in the website resource page for the symbol lab algebra calculator. So if you click enter, oh, it's because they're capitalized. Y plus 18 equals 4y. So lesson learned, no capital letters. Here we go. Here's our steps. So it says subtract 18 from both sides. So then 18 minus 18 is 0, so that's why there's nothing right here. And then 4y minus 18, they are not like terms because the 18 doesn't have a y. So that's why it stays as 4y minus 18. So then it says subtract 4y from both sides. So then we have 4y minus 4y, which reduces down to 0. So that's why we still have this minus 18 right there. And then y minus 4y are like terms because they both have y. We have one value here and we're subtracting 4. So 1 minus 4 is a negative 3 and we have negative 3y. So then we divide both sides by negative 3. Negative 3 divided by negative 3 reduces down to 1. And negative 18 divided by negative 3 reduces down to 6. So the reason why you don't see a 1 right here is because in math it is very common to just assume, well, it's standard that it is implied right there, that there is a 1 right there. So negative 3 divided by negative 3 reduces down to 1. It is 1y right there. So that's again y right here when we have y. It's actually 1y minus 4y. So 1 minus 4 is our negative 3. So you just subtract the numbers when you have the same like terms. So on this, y equals 6, and it says the value of y is blank, so the value of y is 6. Now the reason I'm showing you this calculator is because in this class I want you to focus on the relationships of the figures. So on this, we first had to know how to set up this equation because we first had to know what the relationship was between these two sides, side CD and side AB. Without you setting it up correctly, using this calculator won't help at all. So please focus on the relationships in this course and the connections between like sides, what's given in the geometric figure, and then use this to support you with your algebra. Follow along so you understand the steps taken. So that's kind of a refresher for your algebra right there.